Hi guys, my name is KCK and welcome back to another episode on The Renewed. So today's episode is actually called One-on-One with the host, who is of course me, myself and I. So a lot of you guys, a few of you guys actually came to me and were like, okay, why don't you have episodes where you are just talking by yourself, like there's no guest, it's just you. Understand? So I thought about it and I was like, okay, cool, let me try it out. So I am trying it out right now. And disclaimer, I just got my braces like tightened, so if I sound like, please excuse that. And I know I'm going through a lot right now, but yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified each and every time that I post a video or an episode on this channel. With that said, see you guys on the flip side. And we are back, you guys. So on today's episode of One-on-One with the host, today's topic is basically how to add value to your life by investing in your life daily. You understand? Okay, so today I have 8 tips on how to invest in your life to add value to your life in 2023. Okay, so the first tip is just a disclaimer before we go on. These are just tips that I came up with, things that have worked for myself and things that I'm busy working on myself, so they work for me. So I felt like, okay, let me share it, they can work for you as well. Okay, so let me stop rambling too much. Let us get right into it. So the first tip is becoming a minimalist and decluttering. Guys, this is something that is like, I feel like I was born like this. I don't like clutter, guys, and I feel like when your place is a mess and there's so many unnecessary items in your house, in your room, or wherever, or in your office, it's like it just reduces productivity and focus and all of that, because now you remove focus from what you're supposed to be focusing on, and then you are now busy cleaning up. Do you understand? So for me, it's like just keep the necessary items, things that you actually need, and of course things that spark joy. You understand? So in this year of 2023, I want each and every one of us to go into our rooms, go into our houses, into our office, find things like, okay, does this spark joy? If it doesn't spark joy, like give it to somebody else that might need it, and of course keeping unnecessary items, like things that you don't need. You understand? Like there are some items that don't necessarily spark joy, but you need them. For example, a stapler or like your kettle, those are things that you need. But then that pot plant that's been there for years, it's even dead, bruh, just throw those things away. Like the less things you have, the better it is, even when it comes to cleaning. And it's even way better when you are trying to fix up things and all of that, and you can focus more in a cleaner space. You understand? Less things, less clutter, a more productive life. You can look at it that way. Okay, so tip number 3 is one that I have started this year, one that I've started working on this year, actually, the year of 2023, which is read. Okay, so the thing with reading is I didn't actually know that I was a reader, and I never really had any interest in reading, but then I found that reading actually exercises your brain. You understand? The same way that you go to the gym, the same way that you work on your abs, work on your muscles, like you work on them to exercise them, right? Your brain also needs to be exercised in the same manner, and reading actually opens up your mind to like a whole new world. Like it opens up your imagination, your knowledge, basically. It increases knowledge and all of these things. You understand? And you become smarter as well. You honestly become smarter, and you see life differently, you see people differently, you see the world differently, and you're just a whole new different person, as opposed to like what you are usually exposed to. It exposes you to a different world. So yeah, Oh, and this is actually the book that I am busy reading right now. It's Finding Me by Viola Davis. Some of you guys might actually know this book. So I am actually at where am I? I'm here. Can you guys see? Yeah. So yeah, some days I feel like not reading, other days I don't, but other days I do. So yeah, it's okay, man. And if you don't have money, you're like, okay, I don't have money to buy a book or a novel, you can always lend, you can always borrow books from like a friend or a family member that you know, like, okay, this person has books, you know, you can always do that, and then you read, you take it back. It's still knowledge, is, you know, all of that. And nowadays, if you're watching this video, that means that you have a smartphone. So I would advise you to download apps such as Apple Books if you have an Apple phone, or download Kindle as well. You get free books on there as well, free novels for all my story lovers out there. And if you also don't have that, you can read the Bible. Okay, read the Bible, guys. It accommodates a lot of people. If you like stories, there are so many stories in the Bible. And if you are a person that's trying to grow as a person, there are so many lessons and like instructions on there as well that you can read. And you can read, like, decide which book you want to read. For example, John, and then you read like a chapter a day. It's still like exercising your brain. It's still expanding, you know, your imagination and everything. So tip number 3 is explore and be adventurous. Okay, I always like to look at life as, you know, at the end of all of this, when you kick the bucket, the only thing that you will be left with sorry, the only thing that you will be left with are the memories that you made, not the money, not the all these things, or not even the cars that you had, but the only things that remain are the memories that you make. Okay, so in as much as you're working hard, in as much as you are busy with other things in your life, like, don't forget to live. Okay, and being adventurous doesn't really need too much money. Even just going out hiking with a few friends or your cousins or whatever, that is still being adventurous. Like, just looking at the landscape at a higher landscape, like, that is still memories. You understand? Go-karting, all these things, you know. You don't need like 10,000 to go to a Tosha to go and spend a lot of money, you know. You don't need that, you know, to be adventurous and fun. So yeah, that is what we're doing this year, guys. We are being adventurous and we are exploring the world. Okay, tip number 4 is level up your value. You understand? What I mean by leveling up your value is basically this guy. Okay, so what I mean by leveling up your value is just adding to the person that you are. Not like I know that a lot of people, what you might call it, they add value to themselves by putting on makeup, doing their nails, all these things. But then what I mean by adding actual value is like what you bring to the table, basically, you know. Like, if you have to take a course, take a course. Okay, take a course if you have to. Get your driver's license, you know. Go back to school, upgrade your grade 12 or whatever, you know, just to add value to yourself. You understand? Apart from what we see on the outside, what else can you bring to the table? That is the question that you need to ask yourself this year. Like, what value do I bring? Okay, I want to apply for this job, but then do I meet the requirements? You understand? Like, so many people want to just like different very nice cars, but then what are you doing to actually, like, what are the steps that you're doing to actually acquire that? You understand? And it's little things like qualifications, and, you know, just upgrading your resume basically, and it gives you more credibility, you know, in the workplace. Now we're in an era where, like, jobs are not readily available, and like things are becoming more and more expensive. So you need to also level up your life so that you can also level up financially. You understand? If you are not a person that wants to work for anybody, okay, you can still level up your life by leveling up your business or whatever project you're busy working on. Find ways to improve, find ways on how to be the best at what you do, and find ways to basically stand out from the crowd. And if you don't have a business, you can start like selling ice or something. It's still adding value to your life. You understand? You're still adding value to your life. You understand? So tip number 5, moving on to tip number 5, is manage your finances, guys. In as much as you leveled up your life, you have qualifications, you have a dream job, if you do not know how to manage your finances, all these things will not hold any value. You understand? They will not hold any value. Okay, what I mean by managing your finances is just find, okay, whatever money you get. For example, if you are a person that gets a fixed salary at the end of the month, or at the end of whatever time you get your salary or whatever, just draw up a budget. And I know that you've heard this before, we all hear about it. Draw up a budget, but then how efficient is the budget that you are drawing up? You understand? So what I personally do is, whatever money I get, I basically save 50%. And that is one thing that a lot of people don't actually do. They hardly save. And if they do save, they end up using their savings. You understand? Once the salary is done, which is not bad, it is your money after all, but then you just need to have that discipline with money, because you need to have control over your money, because money is not a good leader, you guys. You need to be able to lead the money, not the money leading you, And what I mean by that is, like, when you have money, you see what, so you buy it. You understand? That is the money leading you, not you leading the money. Be in control of the money. You understand? So yeah, if you can, just save. Find a certain percentage of the portion of your money you are getting to save. Find a certain percentage to save. I save 50%, and then what my budget for the month, I draw it up according to the remaining 50%. You understand? So I'm not now budgeting my hair in my savings money. I'm not doing that. So I basically act as if I don't have that money. I act as if that money is not there. You understand? And I'm just like, okay, this is, if I have 500, that's what I have. So all these things I have to do, I need to make sure they fit into this 500. And of course, you start with the most important things first. And I know that most of us do that. But if you don't do that, you can start doing it. And also tithe, okay? Tithe, you guys must tithe. God gives you the money and then you want to come chop everything here. But anyways, that is a topic for another day. Yeah. Tip number 6 is invest in your appearance and your personal hygiene. Okay? In as much as you are taking care of your finances, you are leveling up, you are you have this job or you have this business, appearance does matter, especially if you are in the corporate industry, and you want to enter the corporate industry, you're going for an interview. Appearance is the first thing that people see. You understand? That is the first thing that people see, and it comes down to not just wearing expensive things. It comes down to, like, okay, your nails, they are long and they are dirty inside, or like your toenails are chipped, and they are not necessarily done, but you didn't cut them, or like your feet are ashy. It comes down to the little things, not necessarily the expensive things that you are wearing. You understand? And of course, personal hygiene. Like, I have braces, so it's I have to brush my teeth like so many times in a day, but still, even for you that doesn't have braces, just brushing your teeth, or like if you know that you have a problem with, like, basically the odor that comes from your mouth, you can have like what is that thing called, Uga? Get a mouthwash that you can carry in your purse or wherever, or in your car, and then you can be using that most, using that and stuff like that. And yeah, just invest in your appearance. Just love yourself enough to take care of your body. And the last thing that I want to mention is, if you are able to do your nails, do your nails. Like, you can just find somebody out there. There are so many nail technicians that do nails for like $100, and then like with tips even, so you can do that. You don't have to be like, okay, no, I don't have the $300 for acrylics and all of that. There are so many options, so many people that do nails. If you can afford, then you do. Or you can do like your hair as well. You don't need like expression braids for $100, knotless braids or whatever you call it. Even this you can get this for like $70, and you still look neat, instead of you having a style for like 3 months. Okay, please guys, girls, let us not do that. For my guys, you can also get a haircut for $30 and you look like a person. Okay, anyways, when you look better, it says here, when you look better, you feel better. So when you look better, you feel better. So don't you want to feel better? Tip number 7 is invest in your relationship with God. You understand? Above all of these things that are written here and all the tips that I just gave you right now, I believe that this is the most important one, because out of like all the things that we do right now, they're not really gonna matter at the end of the road. The most important thing is to take care of your relationship with God. Make sure that you have a relationship with God, because that is what God is gonna ask you for. Understand? That's why he says, I never knew you. There's a part in the Bible that says, I never knew you, depart from me. You understand? So just work on your relationship with God. If you have to pray morning, afternoon, night, do that. Start small, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. God, we take care of all these other relationships, but then we forget the most important one, which is the one that's actually gonna bring us to salvation and all of that. I just want to read a verse right now. Actually 2 verses. The first one is in Matthew 10 verse 28, and it says, don't fear those who kill the body but are not able to kill the soul. Rather, fear him who is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Speaks for itself. And then we read Matthew 16 verse 26. It reads, the heading is actually take up your cross. There is a heading. So verse 26 reads, for what will it benefit someone if he gains the whole world yet loses his life? And some versions actually say yet loses his soul, or what will anyone give in exchange for his life? And other versions also say for his soul. You understand? So the most important thing is to work on your relationship with God. You understand? Gaining all these things, like, okay, you get the appearance right, you're reading your book, all these things, but the most important thing is, where is your soul going to be at the end of the road? Okay, and a bonus tip that I'm gonna give you guys is, health is wealth. Okay, health is wealth. Take care of your body. Stop feeding your body all these unhealthy things. Okay, stop feeding your body all these unhealthy things. I'm not even saying you should eat rice with greens and all of these things. I'm not saying that. Just like you drinking a whole 2-liter Coke every single day. It's just you drinking Coke every single day and eating spicy things. Guys, these things will catch up to you later on. Okay, they will catch up to you later on. Okay, and health is wealth. Okay, it's better to enjoy life when you're healthy than to have all these things and you're not even healthy. You can't even enjoy any of the things. You understand? So yeah, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. My name is Casey K, and this was one-on-one with the host, which is me, of course. Lastly, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And of course, see you guys next week, same time, same place, and we'll just see which guest we'll have next week. Bye.